Thank you. We're going to actually change the order of responding to the questions now. And Carrie, we're going to start with you and work our way back this way this time, okay? What's your position on the role of the city council vis-a-vis the city manager? How would these roles manifest themselves under your leadership?
Well, first of all, I don't come from micromanagement. I hire management and I oversee what management does. The town manager of Atherton needs to be empowered to do his job. We need to find a qualified individual that can handle, one, a council, a community, and its members of its staff. We need to put some power back into our employees that are scared and get a town manager that can do his job to manage its employees. And then the town manager can be held accountable to the council, to work in the direction of the council, at the will of the people. So, I think that it's a very important process. It's his responsibility to report back to us. It's our responsibility to set policy and procedures, and it's his responsibility to implement those. So, to make this community the best place it can be. So, we need to get out of the papers. We need to stand up, get 5 stars, and make this community what it is. And it starts here at the council, starts with our town manager, and let's move on.
Thank you. Jim, same question.
Well, I've been on the board of many companies, and I've also been the CEO of many companies. And I consider Atherton Council as being the board and the manager being the CEO. Now, it's not a question of micromanaging. Eventually, the final responsibility is the council's. And the council can delegate authority to the town manager, but they can't delegate responsibility. So, if the town manager is doing a wonderful job and he's doing everything right, then I think the council would be the happiest people on earth, because then they wouldn't need to have anything to do with it. My philosophy has always been trust but verify. And I think that's the role of the council. We have to trust the city manager and the employees, but we also have to verify, because eventually it's the council who are responsible to the residents for the performance of this town. And my feeling, as we look at it, as the council being a board of directors and the town manager being the CEO, I think that will work very well. If the boards of the companies that I've been on ask me for information, I would say, yes, sir. I would never say, I'm sorry, but I can't get it to you, as we've seen in the past. So I think looking at it that way, I think we can make it work very, very well.
Thank you, Jim. Bill?
Okay. Atherton is a city manager-run organization. As such, the city manager is the CEO and the council is the board of directors. The council needs to map the strategy, set the objectives and the timetables, and agree the budget, the expenditures, over budget, and things outside the plan. The council has audit responsibilities in accordance with with the guidance from Sarbanes-Oxley, and I believe that we need to make sure that the council feels it has adequate controls in place, that accountability is being followed. In today's structure, the city manager, certain committees, and the town's attorney report to the council. I believe this needs to be amended slightly. Specifically, I think the finance director should have, at a minimum, a dual line to the council and the city manager. This creates a matrix management approach, but one that I think, given where we are today financially, one that's necessary. I base my input on 30 years of experience in doing this. I've created effective governance programs for companies and major programs and boards. Regardless of whether or not the council approves my suggestion for the realignment, I will work to keep the council true to its role of being on the board and make sure the town manager has clear objectives, agreed timetables, and is held accountable. I agree that the council needs to be transparent, but the city does as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Jerry, same question?
Yes, I'd just like to say that I'm sorry that Jerry Gruber is leaving. I think Jerry has served the community well while he was here. The selection of the city manager is a very important task for the council to take on, and we need to look for a new leader who's not only a good manager, but will be a leader on community issues. The council sets the policy for the town. It's the city manager's responsibility for implementing that policy. I think the council needs to focus on real issues. I think we've got sidetracked a bit this past year, but I think that one of the key ways to do that is to focus on our goal setting. The council members, the new council, hopefully in January, will sit down and set some goals for the town, and we'll support the city manager as one body towards those goals. The city manager sometimes has 5 different bosses that may be giving him mixed signals. And so the city manager needs to say, time out, council, we need to get our heads together and agree upon what the direction is, and the council then needs to give the city manager its full support so that we can accomplish what we have to accomplish.
Thank you, Jerry. Final question.